Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where Liverpool have won 2-0 away at Bramall Lane against Sheffield United. We're back to winning ways, and now hopefully the game against Chelsea now, we're only 2 points off the top four. Joining me to react to this game is Mr. Jack Mack LFC. How are you doing, my friends?
Ecstatic. Thank you very much for having me on again, mate. And it's lovely to meet Kyle, and looks lovely to speak to every single one of you. What a win that was. Massive, massive win.
Absolutely. And yes, we have a very special guest, Kyle Macfarlane from Nothing But Reds. Absolute pleasure to welcome you back on the channel. How are you doing, Kyle?
Boys, I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you having me back on. I'm just pumped. I'm pumped. It's so much better to talk about the match when they win. You know what I mean? I'm just ecstatic.
Absolutely. So, obviously, when the team sheet was read, I think everyone kind of expected, Alisson to not make it, and Adrian, to his credit, I thought he had a pretty good game. What was your reaction to the starting 11, Jack?
It was a bit of a mad one, but I think we all expected, given what has happened midweek anyway with Ali, thoughts go out to Alisson's family at this current moment in time.
Absolutely.
But when Alisson is back, if it needs another week, give him another week, because I think it's understandable. But Adrian, mate, yeah, it was interesting. I don't know if Kelleher was he on the bench tonight, Kelleher? And that's really up there. Whatever he was, anyway, I was impressed with Adrian, which he didn't have a lot to do, but it was a save back end of that game. He was switched on. Yeah, there was a couple of moments in the game, but I think other than that, it's never a game where you're like looking at any goalkeeper. Adrian, as is and Alisson, all of them that have played in goal for Liverpool have had the little hiccups, but he played very well tonight, given he's not played a lot of minutes this season.
Yeah, and obviously, Kyle, we had Phillips and Kabak at the back as well. How did you make of those two at the back tonight?
Oh my God, they were incredible. Now, to be fair, going up against Sheffield, not to be insulting to Sheffield, because they did hold us through the first half. They actually looked pretty threatening at times, but they did their job. They partnered at the back, and they did their job against Sheffield. They kept a clean sheet in addition to them and Adrian. Nothing bad to say about either of them. I think they both played very well.
Yeah, I actually thought Kabak. I don't know about you, but sometimes I think Kabak is like a rabbit in the headlights. Sometimes, because he does have a mad moment now and then. But obviously, luckily for us, it was offside. But to be honest with you, I thought he had a decent second half. And you know what? I actually thought, Jack, during that game, I thought Aaron Ramsdale was going to turn into something like prime Oliver Kahn, prime Gianluigi Buffon, because they kept us out so many times. I was thinking it's going to be one of those days again.
Always the case when Liverpool do play against any opposition, even in Europe or in the Prem, and that's been the case this season. Liverpool just haven't really capitalised on the chances, but the saves in which he had tonight, he was called upon, and Liverpool should have done a lot better with the chances in which we did create. But fair credit to the lads. I've been disappointed since he's moved to Sheffield. He's not really performed to what he did at Bournemouth anyway. But he's a decent goalkeeper, and I think if they want to bounce back in the Premier League next season, if you do go down to the Championship, most definitely going down to the Championship, it'd be a big plus if he can stay at the club.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I thought Ramsdale had a very, very good game. I know he's been criticised a lot this season because of obviously not being Dean Henderson in goal, but I did think that he had a very good game. Okay, going into the second half, and 0-0 at half time. We're quite. I was happy going in a 0-0 at half time, and then the big talking point was the ball over the line or was it in? Kyle, what did you think of the first goal? It was a lovely finish by Curtis Jones, but obviously that's not all about it. It was about the fact that was the ball over the line.
All right, so look, this was actually funny because when I was doing my live stream, you were in there for a little bit, but in real time it looked like it went out, right? Then they showed the first replay where they froze it and it looked like the ball was out. Then they showed like 3 replays after, and it didn't look like it was out. And then the one angle that we needed, the one right down the line, the one we needed, they showed that replay on Peacock over here. And the scoreboard blocked the ball when they froze it. So we couldn't see it. And so I don't even know. I don't know. I honestly thought it went out. I really did. But it doesn't matter now. So
yeah, absolutely. Jack, what did you think about that incident?
Definitely, mate. I'm not asked. It was miles, 100,000,000% that was on the line. Obviously, the rules are the whole ball has to go over the line anyway. And it's lovely when VAR does go your way. And it's first time it's when I went VAR. So we do deserve it. If that ball was 5 yards off the pitch, I think, and VAR give it, then fair play. Up the VAR for tonight anyway. If it was most definitely in from what I seen, but it could have been 5 yards over the line and VAR give it. I was being absolutely buzzing, but yeah, a bit of VAR that's went our way. Very rare that happens.
Now this happened. The opposite happened last. Was it the Champions League game against Leipzig? Right, our first goal that was ruled out because the ball went out. That one was in. That was on the line. So I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I know. It is the thing. It is the thing with VAR. And then the second goal comes, and my goodness me, it's gone down as a Dean Bryan own goal, Kyle. It should be a Firmino goal, shouldn't it?
No, what? It did?
It has. Yeah, it's gone down as an own goal.
No way. That's crazy. Because I saw it. They flashed it 7th goal, but I guess they went back and ruled it out. So that kind of pisses me off, but I don't care. That's still going to be in his highlight reel. So honestly, though, it was so weird because Bobby having a pretty, Bobby game as of recent. And then all of a sudden he's just doing 1-2s with Curtis Jones and Mane on the edge of the box. And I'm watching this. I'm like, that's Bobby of old right there. That looks like the run he made against PSG a few years back when he came on and scored the winner, like same area on the box, took a shot with his right foot. Honestly, and after that, you saw how he was confident. He was doing little flick passes. Like, it just changes everything. So I'm just happy for him, to be honest. I really am.
Yeah. Jack, did you think that was an own goal, or did you think it was Bobby's?
It was just going a bit wide, wasn't it? Just a bit. But yeah, no, as Kyle said, it that do him a lot of confidence. And I think we've glossed over the first half, but he had a great opportunity in the first half. Confidence, as Kyle's mentioned, it wasn't there before, prior to the goal anyway, but you could see all of us at home were screaming, why have you not shot? Why are you trying to pass it across the box? But it all comes down to confidence with certain players. And like we've seen, Bobby, he's not had the best season this season. And I think a lot of criticism has been towards him. And rightly so and wrongly so, because I think when Liverpool have been playing bad, there's a lot of players in this Liverpool team this season that haven't been on top of their game. And it's very harsh to just select Firmino, because I think there's quite a couple of Liverpool players this season that have been off the boil. But as Kyle mentioned, confidence is key. And given the game in which we are playing against Chelsea, someone might mention in the changing room, oh, that was no goal. But I think he's made that goal anyway. He's made the own goal happen. As Kyle said, he's that attack and run, something that's the good interplay. What I liked about the second goal was the interchanging of passes inside the penalty area. Sometimes Bobby, I think he frustrates himself and he frustrates us sometimes. I think Jurgen spoke about it this season. He knows he's a player that loves confidence and he's up and down. But I think going into the Chelsea game, I reckon he'll be up and buzzing off the back of obviously creating that second goal, which he did. But I think he'll have a big part to play the back end of this season, because I think when Bobby's on top of his form, Liverpool win 90% more of games anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Tony Madden says Bobby deserves a goal, 100%. Nice to see Tony in here, and nice to see, is it Shayna? I hope I've pronounced that right. I know they're from your channel, Kyle, so very, very nice to have a lot of people from your channel tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Bobby's been robbed of that goal. Yeah, I totally agree. Down to Nabe. Good to see your smiling face, Jack, Doug, and Kyle. Yeah, it's nice to be back to winning ways. What's this? I hope the clone don't follow us.
Yo, all right. So this is from the stream I had. Someone cloned my account, and it was so funny because they started messaging as nothing but Reds in the stream, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And it just turns out they just cloned the account, but they were the funniest troll ever. Like, they were so nice. They weren't like actually trolling. They just changed the name, and they were like, "What's up, guys?" So it was just, you had to be there. Explaining it doesn't do it justice. It just doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. That is that's very, very strange. Hopefully that doesn't happen to either of us. That's mad. VAR takes the goal away from Bobby. Typical. Yeah, because there was that chance in the first half, and I was screaming at the TV, just shoot. The Wijnaldum shot saved by Ramsdale, and all he has to do instead of passing it, just shoot. It goes in the net. But look, for me, I think I say in all of us, it was a Bobby Firmino goal. I don't care what anybody says. For me, that was a Bobby Firmino goal. Amir said, "I'm glad that the Reds won." I think everyone has said that all the Reds have won. Lads, ladies, Genie 20, and Liz Golden says, "Hey, Genie as well." And you know what? To be fair, they had a couple of chances. I think the best chance for them in the second half, though, Kyle, was that McBurney header. He should be doing a lot better, shouldn't he?
That's what I'm saying. It was a free header. Like, he found himself between defenders, and I don't know if the nerves got to him or maybe the skill just isn't there. But I mean, you got to put that at least on target. But wide of the post, it was lucky for us.
Very, very lucky. Very lucky. Jack, how are you feeling in that chance game to McBurney? You were expecting him to put it away. It was a hard header to put it away, but I do know from obviously watching McBurney for Scotland, he isn't the best striker.
Yeah, he can't hit a barn door with machine gun, I don't think, at the minute, especially for Scotland. It's I don't even know how Brewster's not getting ahead of him. But yeah, as Kyle said, it was a great attack and run. He got himself in the position, and I think better against better opposition. I think better quality of striker really tests Adrian in that position, really, because they dragged it wide. But Ryan Brewster, he's surely got to start for these. I know he's not had a lot of opportunities this season, but I tell you, if you sign a player for that amount of money from Liverpool, you've got to at least throw him in. It's about confidence, really. But yeah, he didn't treat a lot of chances. Sheffield, he only had 2 shots on target tonight. I think one come deep in that second half with the Adrian save. That was 1-1 the back end of that game, really. But Liverpool's defensive prowess, and as Kyle mentioned, a very rare clean sheet as of late, which will give a lot of the lads at the back a lot of confidence. I was impressed by the way in which Robinson was tucked back a bit more tonight. He wasn't as good out. I think in the second half, once Liverpool got their goals anyway, grew in confidence going forward. But I think I was massively impressed by the work in which defensively Robinson done tonight as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Ryan Brewster playing for Sheffield? I haven't seen him once since we sold them to them. In all honesty, he's hardly played. Yeah. He's hardly played. I don't know if it's a confidence thing with Ryan or just the fact that Sheffield United seem to play McBurney, Burke. There's another one that's off the top of my head. Billy Sharp as well. Yeah, McGoldrick. Yeah. He seems to be down the pecking order, so you have to wonder if that's a move that probably came too early for him. Wouldn't you say, Kyle? Potentially something else that I'm just randomly thinking about. I know there's a buyback clause in there, and I wonder if Sheffield United go down, if that is what would trigger the clause. I don't know. I really don't. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. But to your point, though, he's had appearances, but he's always subbed on late in games. And maybe it's confidence, maybe it's he doesn't fit their system, because don't they tend to play 2 up top? And I feel like Brewster is, I don't know, man. I just feel like Brewster doesn't fit the 2 up top formation. But I wish nothing but the best for him, man. And it's just sad that he doesn't get the playing time. Of course, absolutely. Adrian will have silenced a few people with his performance tonight. Yeah, I thought he was quite composed. He's coming out for crosses. He was punching away. Look, in my opinion, he is a bit unorthodox in his goalkeeping. I will say that there were a couple of opportunities where he should have caught it. I felt although actually I have seen the one that actually deflects off McBurney. That's actually a very good save because that's actually going in the corner. So if he doesn't get at that, then that is a very, very good save from Adrian. Clean sheet for Adrian. Yes, Ballum, please do not remind me of Bill Leslie, right? This commentator for Sky, honestly, the amount of times he was saying Allison instead of Adrian, I'm not kidding, Kyle. The amount of times the Sky comment, I don't know what channel you guys were watching it on, but see Sky. Bill Leslie was saying Allison to Adrian, I think 5 or 6 times. Jack, it must have been really annoying you.
Yeah, it was triggering me, mate. These fellas get paid thousands of pounds a year to commentate, and they're very experienced. He must be doing it to wind us all up because he was doing it at the back. It comes to the back end of the game. His co-commentators didn't even go. That's if I was his co-commentator, I would have went. Oh, you've mentioned. By the way, it is Adrian in goal anyway. But just as a laugh, but yeah, he was doing it to wind us all up. I think. Just something so little, but it was triggering me so much.
I mean, how can you get Adrian and Allison mixed up? I suppose because they begin with A, but and probably end in N as well. But Allison, Adrian, it's not that hard to say Allison or Adrian. But yeah, clean sheet for Adrian, Ali, Allison. Yeah, today. I was surprised he wasn't going to say Hughes or Jinsky or Adam or something. It was really mad. Robbo was class today. I totally agree. Should have done better with that opportunity in the second half though. Ball comes to him and you're thinking, just hit it low, but catches it. And there was a bit of expletives after what Robbo said. It has to be said. Wouldn't you agree, Jack?
Oh yeah, it was a classic Scotsman. Anyway, it was amazing. Oh, I mean, Scottish blood in me understood. Anyway, it's classic Robbo, though, with it. Classic Robbo.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's called the Scottish Braveheart for his country, but you can quite clearly hear the great Scottish language in what he says. Basically, there was a moment where Adrian shouted, saying, "Calm down and keep the ball for the team." Yeah, absolutely. As well, Leslie from Sky had to have been drunk. Well, at least it wasn't Martin Tyler. Let me just say that now. At least it wasn't Martin Tyler. But let's speak about a man who I think played very, very well today, Kyle, Curtis Jones. This guy has been probably one of our best players this season.
He has cemented his name on that team sheet. I feel like it's come to the point now where Klopp has to play him, and he's starting. And he started. I can't tell you how many goals he was a part of. I think he was a part of. He obviously scored the goal, but he was a part of the second goal too in the link-up play with Bobby. And he also was on the counterattack where Robertson missed that chance. I mean, he was involved in everything today. He was doing defensive work. I don't think he was caught off the ball once. And dude, he's growing. He's growing into this team, and he's special. I really like Curtis Jones, man.
Yeah, Jack. I think we both of you and I have been one of his best fans this season. He just gets better and better with every game, doesn't he?
Such a young lad. It's the spaces, as Carl mentioned, the running, especially in tonight's game, especially considering how defensively Sheffield have been playing this season. Parkmen behind the ball, and this could have been another game. Deeper this game went on. Liverpool didn't score, but we got the goal straight after we started in the second half. It was at the right time, really, and he had a lot of time really to think of where to slot that ball into the goal. But he directed bottom of the corner anyway, and a lot of other players in the league would have dragged that wide or hit it over. But the technical ability of the lad, and it's even better that he's a Scouser. Really makes even better. But as Carl said, he's a very special player, and I think the longer the next couple of seasons do go on, I think he will be possibly, if Ginny does leave in the summer, like looking like he will be leaving, I think he'll have to stamp his authority on this team. Curtis Jones is such a lad with such a young age anyway, but his technical ability and his leadership in which he has showed this season.
Absolutely. Downton Abbey says Robbo has been our one consistent shining light all season, to be honest. I would say Curtis Jones has as well, in all honesty. I think you should probably put Curtis Jones, probably Mo Salah as well in there as well. Jones, a young, genuine baller, says Liz Golden. 100% agree. And then Seamus Moore has said Curtis Jones is our best midfielder this season. Wouldn't you agree, Kyle? Curtis Jones, best midfielder?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's between him or Wijnaldum. And the only reason I say Wijnaldum is because of the consistency. They've both been consistent. Wijnaldum's never injured, so he's always available. And with the injuries we've had this season, that's a big point to it. But Curtis Jones is just, I think you hit it right on the head. I think Jack said it, but you also said it too, Doug. He keeps getting better. Every game he keeps improving. He's always showing us something new. And for the life of me, it seems like he can't play a full 90 minutes. And I get that. I get you have to sub on other players for game management. But I'm excited to see what this kid is going to do the rest of the season and then even into next season, man.
100%, definitely. Seamus Moore, especially with Fab and Hendo forced to play centre-back, says, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Jones is only at the beginning of his career. There's so much more to come. And in honour of Liz Golden, Kyle, it is so good to see James freaking Milner back, isn't it?
Oh, that I know it, man. And God, man, I love that man when he comes on the field. Absolutely love that man.
I know. I mean, obviously, Jack. It was quite interesting to see him get the armband when he came on. Did you think Van Elden did a good time of being captain tonight?
Yeah, most definitely, mate. I think it comes down to, is there an echo there in the background, or is that me? Oh, is it echoing or hello?
I don't hear anything over here.
Oh, yeah. No, it sounds probably just mine. Sorry, everyone. For technical difficulties like that. But yeah, he played well tonight. Considering he was captain, and James Milner, he is one of the vice captains anyway to get the armband if Henderson isn't there. So I think it does go down to who is it the longest serving player there? If Ginny wasn't there, or well, it'd be interesting to see.
I think so. Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. Liz Golden has just said your cat has disrupted the stream again.
Yeah, definitely, Tilly. Of course, it's on my Twitch or something. Then I have to start making emojis or something, whatever you class them as now on the channel. She's a massive. She must be an Everton fan or something. Leaves the room every time we talk about Liverpool. Yeah. But yeah,
Liz is happy with that. Woo woo, woo woo. So obviously, moving on to Chelsea on Thursday. Kyle, do you think we'll see a similar side to tonight, but probably Alisson back in for Adrian?
Yeah, so I think Alisson back in for Adrian. I also think we'll see Jota. And I think Keita is going to play more. I just want to give a quick shout out to Keita. He only had like 2 or 3 touches, but the guy is just amazing. I love everything he does, man. I hope he can stay healthy. But yeah, I think front 3, maybe bring Jota on as a sub just to ease him in. But yeah, Alisson back in goal for sure.
Jack, you're on the same lines?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Liverpool do come up against Chelsea. I think Tuchel, he's got them absolutely playing fantastic since he's come in. Yes, he's not inheriting a very poor squad. That is a title-winning squad that I know Hazard has left, but I tell you, there's a lot of quality in that Chelsea side, and I think Frank Lampard was massively underperforming with the players in which he had at his disposal. It will be another massive game, considering Liverpool have got 3 points here tonight. And I think, just quickly looking at the table, Liverpool with a win will go above Chelsea. And considering how West Ham do get on in their other game, I'm not so sure who they're playing next, but I think Liverpool could leapfrog West Ham and Chelsea to go into 4th place. So if results go our way this weekend after Thursday. But yeah, it's exciting times, mate. And as the lads have mentioned already tonight, this is now really where Liverpool last couple of games in the back end of the season, get into top 4, and then we recover. And obviously, we focus still always on the Premier League and the Champions League. But if we can solidify top 4 a bit earlier than expected, I think then we can focus on the Champions League. But I think Premier League is still the main priority, just to get into that top 4, because we know how big it is for enticing players to come to the football club.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Jack alluded to, Kyle, all the results have gone our way today. Chelsea, Man United was a 0-0 draw. Leicester lost, and West Ham lost as well. So that was a big 3 points tonight, wasn't it? Huge
3 points. That makes the game on Thursday just that much more intense and important. I mean, just thinking about it now, how like top 4 implications that game has. Like it's going to be nuts. And honestly, the one thing that has me worried, I think Everton have 2 games in hand. Like they play tomorrow, but they have 2 games in hand. That worries me. But I think I'm going to be conservative, but I think West Ham they're going to fall off. At least I hope they do. So you're right. We'll be battling Chelsea for that top 4, but I think we can pull it off.
Yeah, this comment just made me laugh. About time, Jesus, I become a father and grandfather in between wins.
Yeah, and then Liz says, "Congrats."
I saw that. I think Jota should start instead of Mane on Thursday. Interesting.
Honestly,
we can finally play.
I was going to say, Doug, that's honestly not a bad thought from Tony, because Mane he's losing the ball for some reason in the last couple of games. You know, excluding the Champions League game, in the Premier League, he's caught in possession a lot. And maybe it's a good thought. I don't know if it'll happen, but I just wanted to give Tony some credit because, you know, it could happen.
Yeah, and Amandeep has just summed this up perfectly. We can finally play Hendo in midfield now. We have our centre-backs for the rest of the season. Yes, isn't it nice to see 2 out-and-out centre-backs for the first time since, I think, November?
And we keep a clean sheet. Surprise!
We keep a clean sheet. I know. Who
would have thought centre backs would be the key? You know. Who would have thought?
Shock horror. We play 2 centre backs and we get a clean sheet. Madness. Absolute madness. Just before we obviously go, Kyle, who was your man of the match tonight?
As much as I want to say Bobby, it's not Bobby. Honestly, it's between Jones. And I got to give a honorable mention to Adrian. I think Adrian played exceptional. But
excellent.
Jones,
yeah, Jack?
Jones, all day, mate. As Kyle mentioned at the top of the show, he was all over the park. Trent, got to mention Trent as well for the first goal. Obviously, keeping the ball in, moving in play, getting that assist anyway for the goal. But yeah, we played very well. Wasn't the most amazing performance. But like we seen last season, that won us the title. It's these wins that you don't necessarily play amazingly. You just get the results over the line. And we've seen City play like this season over the last few seasons of us, just grinding out results. And that's what we need the back end of the season. If it's 1-0s, scrappy 1-0s all the way to the season, which gets up 4, I'll take it all day, every day of the week, mate.
Yeah. Jack, that's a good point, because you know we've lacked that ability to like grind out performances, and I think today was one of those. Like you said, we weren't exceptional today, but we were solid enough to get the 3 points. I just wanted to say that's a really good point.
Yeah. Okay. Jack and Kyle, have a go at this one. My man of the match is Jakub. I can't even read that second name for having a name I actually had to look up how to spell.
Odrzejewski.
Or Polish fella. I can tell you that much. I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Jakub. Yeah. There we go. Jakub. What I say?
Yeah.
Jakub.
Jakub. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
like Jakub Bladzikowski. Even I'm getting tongue tied now. I'm getting tongue tied.
Bladzikowski. Yeah. There we go.
Bladzikowski, yeah. But I have to say, I'm going to go with Curtis Jones as my man of the match. I think he was absolutely superb, and you know he's probably, and I say this with a pinch of salt with this one. He's probably one of our main starters now.
Yeah,
has to be, definitely.
To be fair.
Absolutely, and Seamus Moore has just said Jakub from Poland. Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely leave it there. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to the match reaction. A huge thank you to my two guests, Jack Mack LFC. Where can we find you in your socials?
Just Jack Mack LFC, everyone. Appreciate you having me on, Doug. It was lovely to meet Kyle as well. But Reds, yeah, major Liverpool have got the massive 3 points, and obviously it's so important that we do get top 4. But Reds, keep safe wherever you are around the world. Look after one another, and we'll see you very soon. Cheers, mate.
Absolutely. No problem. Absolutely. Go over to Jack Mack's channel. Great guy, great content over there. And also a big thank you to Mr. Macfarlane for coming on the channel as well. It's been a pleasure having you again. Where can we find you in your socials?
Yeah, no, thank you both, Doug and Jack. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure to chat with you guys. Nothing but Reds on Instagram and YouTube, and then Real NB Reds on Twitter. You can just search Nothing But Reds and it should pop up. I should probably change that. So it's easier to find. But yeah, thanks, fellas. I appreciate it. Absolute pleasure. And yeah, guys, going over to Nothing But Reds. They do a fantastic job. You and Steve. I keep trying and find Steve on social media, and yeah, I've not had a chance to catch him yet. But one other stream I will get you both on, because I think you both do a fantastic job over on Nothing But Reds. And don't worry about people cloning your channel, because you know yours is the channel, so don't worry about that. I appreciate that, man. It was more funny than anything looking back on it now, but I'll have to tell you about it another time. It was pretty funny.
Absolutely. But yeah, guys, if you have missed this, then obviously leave a comment in the chat, leave a comment on the video. If we have missed you in the chat, then we don't obviously do it on purpose, and just leave a comment, and I'm sure the three of us will be definitely be able to reply to you as well. Waiting for the day I'm a guest on this, and I'm asked, where can you find me on the socials? You can't. And then just leave. Bye, guys. Time to celebrate this one. Cheers, says Amandeep Upal. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, Reds, we move on to Thursday, a really huge game against Chelsea, and then on Sunday against Fulham. 2 big games. I'm looking forward to both of them. We can have a huge sigh of relief at the fact that we have got back to winning ways. It's good. It's that good to have feeling that again. And we'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now. You'll never walk alone. Ta-da, Reds.